Stuart Hall was a Jamaican British cultural theorist, political activist, and professor. Stuart Hall was a pioneer in the field of cultural studies that played a significant role in studying the meanings and the way individuals and/or groups communicate with one another. Hall has evolved the way that many view communications throughout the years. Stuart Hall is well known for many key contributions to the communications field. However, his biggest contribution to the field was his reception theory, which resulted in his communication model, encoding and decoding. Stuart Hall's reception theory discusses how audience members interpret a message. He tried to establish a relationship between the sender and receiver and stated that there are a number of steps that play a role in the sending and receiving of a message. The reception theory states that media texts are encoded by the producer, which means that whoever produces the text fills the product with values and messages. Then the message is decoded by the audience. Different audiences decode a message in various ways, such as a dominant or preferred reading, negotiated reading, and an oppositional reading. Stuart Hall's reception theory plays a significant role within the communications field. This is because it is commonly thought that reception theories all started with Stuart Hall's encoding and decoding model. It is also true that Stuart Hall's work has played a significant role in the cultural studies and the communications field. My interest within the communications field is to bring awareness of how persuasion is used within the mainstream media and how they represent ethnicity, gender, social class, and religion. Stuart Hall's main goal within the communications field was to study the way that mainstream media represents ethnicity, gender, and social class and religion. In Stuart Hall's model, he claims that mass media messages are interpreted in numerous ways depending on an individual's cultural background, economic standing, and personal experience. Within this course, we discuss the media and how individuals are portrayed within the media. We also discussed that this is because of who owns the media. This relates to Stuart Hall's because his main focus within the communication field was to study and expose the media and the communication between audience members and the media. Black Lives Matter is a campaign that started because the Trayvon Martin case. A group of people seen that too many African Americans were being racially profiled and killed because the other person thought they were in danger because of the color of the other person's skin. Therefore, I am going to relate Stuart Hall's reception theory and encoding-decoding model to the Black Lives Matter campaign, encoding the protesters' message. As Hall states in the encoding process, though someone may feel that the intended message is clearly stating, the meaning is not fixed to the message, and as a result, what is understood is created along with the message itself. Furthermore, he states that before the message can have an effect, however defined, satisfy a need, or be put to a use, it must be first appropriated as a meaningful discourse and be meaningfully decoded. Therefore, the Black Lives Matter movement was that the message was sent in hopes of promoting the races are as equal, yet it was not successfully received because other meanings were decoded from it. People assumed that they meant only Black Lives Matter. However, in reality, they were meaning, yes, all lives matter, but right now, Black lives need to be focused on. Circulating the message to engage meaningful discourse. Hall also points out that how the meaning of a message is received is influenced by how the message is circulated. The broadcasting structures must yield encoding messages in the form of a meaningful discourse. The institution's societal relations of production must pass under the discursive rules of language for its product to be realized. The message was originally a post on Facebook, then it turned into a hashtag, then people started to use it when they would protest. The message decoded. Hall's theory states that there are 3 responses that an audience can have when taking in and responding to a message. Supporters of the movement and people who understood the message in the way the creators intended are considered to have practiced a dominant preferred reading. Other people who understood the general ideas of the message yet questioned other parts would be considered to have practiced a negotiated reading. Lastly, those who thought that the message was racist or biased are considered to have had an oppositional reading.